Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got a little book to read for you. Today's book is Hiawatha Kind Heart from 1986. Let's get started. It was a big day in the Indian town where little Hiawatha lived. The brave was going on a great hunt. I wish I could hunt with the braves, Hiawatha said. It is hard to be a brave, said the chief. You must be able to live alone in the woods. You must be able to hunt for your food. Hiawatha nodded. Then he walked quietly into his tent. I could do all that, thought Hiawatha. I will show the chief that I am ready to be a brave. So Hiawatha got his bow and arrow. Then he went outside. Where are you going, little Hiawatha? His mother asked. I am going into the woods. I will learn to be a brave, he said. I could find my own food. I will show the chief that I can be a great hunter. Hiawatha paddled his small canoe across the deep lakes. On the far side of the lake was a great forest that looked like a good place to hunt. He thought he paddled his canoe to the shore. Then he saw a deer. How lucky am I, thought little Hiawatha. Not even one brave who hunts can find a deer so soon. Hiawatha fit an arrow to his bow. He aimed it at the deer. Just then the deer lifted its head. It looked straight at Hiawatha. Hiawatha looked back at the deer. He could not shoot. He put away his bow and arrow. Then he watched the deer run away. Hiawatha started walking through the forest. He began to feel a bit hungry. Soon he saw a mother quail and her 5 small round baby quails. They were walking toward a bush full of ripe red berries. A nice fat quail would taste very good, Hiawatha thought. He lifted his bow. He fit an arrow to it. Just then the mother quail saw him. She called to her baby. She covered them with her wings. Hiawatha looked at the mother quail. How brave she was. He just could not shoot her. He just could not shoot her. Without her, the baby quail would die. Squawk, squawk, Hiawatha heard from the berry bush. A father quail seemed to say that there was plenty of berry for all. So Hiawatha ate a few. Then he put some away to save for later. Little Hiawatha then went farther into the forest. Soon he heard the chatter of scores. Ahead, he saw a baby squirrel run up a tree. Hiawatha lifted his bow again. Just as he was about to shoot, he heard a rustling in the tree. He looked up on a high branch. He saw a father and mother squirrel. They were afraid for their baby. Hiawatha threw down his bow and arrow. He waved to the squirrel to show them that he would not shoot their baby. The baby squirrel came down the tree. All 3 squirrels offered to share their nuts with Hiawatha. Both Hiawatha and the baby squirrel ate until they were full. Then Hiawatha put some nuts away to save for later. The sun began to set. I had better find a place to sleep, Hiawatha thought. He snuggled between the big root of a tree. The baby squirrel curled up beside him. They both went right to sleep. In the middle of the night, Hiawatha woke up. Rain was falling. Hiawatha was cold and wet. Suddenly he felt a wet nose pushing at his arm. There was the dare he had met at the lake. The dare led him to some leafy bushes. They curled up together until the heavy leaves were under the heavy leaves. There they could stay warm and dry. When morning came, the rain had stopped. Hiawatha rubbed the sleep from his eyes. He waved goodbye to the dare and went on his way. Across the clearing, Hiawatha spotted a rabbit. It was hopping off into the bushes. Hiawatha went to follow it. Behind the bushes, he found another rabbit. This one had the foot caught in a trap. The first rabbit was trying to help. Hiawatha thought how good rabbit stew would taste. He aimed his bow at the rabbit. They turned to look at him. They were so afraid their whiskers shook. Hiawatha eyed filled with tears. He could not shoot the rabbits. Instead, Hiawatha opened the trap. The rabbit was so happy they danced around Hiawatha. Then they hopped away. Hiawatha followed them. But suddenly he stopped. Before him stood a busy old beaver. Hiawatha had always wanted a soft, warm beaver skin hat. The old beaver saw Hiawatha. He thought Hiawatha wanted to play. I am too busy to play with you, he seemed to say. Well, Hiawatha could not shoot the busy beaver. He took out all his arrows. He broke every one of them across his knee. He threw away his bow for good. Then Hiawatha went to work. He pulled down tree branches. He carried them to the river. Hiawatha helped the beaver build their dam. After a while, Hiawatha grew tired. He waved goodbye to his new friends. He walked slowly along the river. Then he stopped to eat berries from a giant bush. All at once, Hiawatha heard a warning call from the quail. His rabbit friend was pointing their ears toward the far side of the bush. There stood a great big bear. This was his berry bush. Those was his berry. The bear roared. Then he jumped at Hiawatha. Hiawatha did not stop to think. He raced along the river. The bear was close behind him. The squirrel in the treetop threw nuts at the bear, but the bear did not stop. He kept running after Hiawatha. The beaver had heard the bear crushing through the forest. He chewed busily at the great big tree trunk. Then he waited until the bear ran by. As the bear passed, the beaver took one last bite of the tree trunk. With his tail, he gave it a push. Crash! It fell right on that mean old bear. Hiawatha was safe. He thanked all his forest friends. Then he ran all the way through the forest back to the lake. Little Hiawatha climbed into his canoe. Then he paddled home to the Indian town. He went as fast as his arm could paddle. His mother and the chief was waiting for him there. How was the hunt? They asked. Hiawatha told them how the forest animal had helped him and how they had become his friends. You are very wise, my son," said the chief. "Every true brave knows that a kind heart is often better than a strong arm." And Hiawatha was proud of himself. At last he became a true Indian brave. So that was Hiawatha, Kind Heart from 1986. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We have another video coming out real soon.